Hello friends, good morning, welcome to LeggLife, and I'm very excited to say this. Welcome to sunny Southeast Alaska. We are actually on our last full day of our cruise here on the Seabourn Odyssey here in our home state of Alaska, and today we are in the town of Haines. The sun is shining and it is absolutely gorgeous, and we are bringing you along for everything we do today. We pulled into Haines about 6 this morning. It is currently about 8:30. Just walked out on the stateroom veranda and look at this. Now this is a tender port for us, so we're gonna have to take our tender boats into town, but first I need breakfast. All right, so I'm heading up to the colonnade for breakfast, but I wanted to show you the other side of the ship, because that is where the town of Haines, all back up there, is. You can see we do have another ship in port with us today. Looks like a Royal Caribbean ship. Stepping outside onto the pool deck this morning, and it is absolutely beautiful out. This is, without question, the nicest day so far we've had in Alaska. Now Sherri's back in the stateroom getting ready. She's not a big breakfast fan, and so cruising actually works out perfect because I get to get up, go out, get breakfast. I can pick up her coffee as I'm heading back to the stateroom, and then she gets a little bit of a lazy morning, and I get to get up and go. And right next to the colonnade where I'm having breakfast this morning is the Grill by Thomas Keller. This is a restaurant on board that we're actually having dinner at tonight for our final night on the ship. We've been looking forward to this one the entire cruise. So here is the colonnade. Give you a quick glimpse of the kind of things they have for breakfast. You can see we've got bacon, potatoes, hash browns, we've got eggs. Down there we have link sausage, bratwurst, veal bratwurst. You see we got corned beef hash, beans, tomatoes, grilled veggies, cream of wheat grits oatmeal, and of course we've got donuts and bagels and croissants and breads and pastries and so much. All right, here's my plate of breakfast. You can see I got some toast, some ham, got some fruit there, scrambled eggs, bacon, some hash browns. I got my cup of coffee, and I also do want to show you this because they also have like breakfast stations. So they have the buffet, but then you can also get all of these kind of pancakes: plain, blueberry, banana, strawberry, Swedish pancakes, cinnamon raisin French toast, freshly made waffles. From the grill you can get steak, lamb chops, cooked ham, eggs. You can get, I mean, just do you see everything fried, poached, Benedict, scrambled, boiled. They have omelet stations, hot cereals, and so it's not just what's on the buffet, but it's also everything off of this menu as well, every single morning. So lots of breakfast options. Breakfast is done. Now to Seabourn Square to get Sherri her morning coffee. And you can see we have a poster here talking about the show this evening, which is called That's Life, Classic Songs from the Rat Pack era. So we're definitely going to try to make that one. Cruise tradition continues. I am bringing Sherri a coffee and a croissant to start her day. So I don't think they have seen you on the vlog yet today. Mm-mm. Good morning, Sherri Beth.
Good morning.
Last day on our Seabourn cruise. How you feeling about that? Yep, that's yes, 100%. That is completely the correct answer. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing: the last day on a cruise is always difficult because it's like your mind is turning toward, oh, we got to pack later, we got to get ready off the ship tomorrow. What are our plans? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you're trying to enjoy the last day.
It's the last day. Like I want to hang out and enjoy the ship and
be present and just like take it all in.
But it's also like, we have to do this and this and this and this.
Oh, the last day is my least, well, I suppose getting off the ship is my least favorite. This is second, but the sun is shining. We are in beautiful Haines. Mm-hmm. We're going to walk around, visit some shops. There's a distillery in town we're hoping to hit later, which always makes things better. So, you ready?
Yep.
Let's go explore. We are off the tender, making our way up the ramp at the dock here in Haines. All right, we are off the ship. We are walking around. We've decided our plan is to walk into downtown. They do have a free shuttle, which is great, but it seems like our ship and the Royal ship kind of let off at the same time.
It's a very long line waiting for the shuttle.
So we're gonna walk. And we're gonna hit like the downtown stuff first. We'll hit the distillery on our way back, but we're just gonna explore a little bit. We have reached our first stop, which is gonna be the American Bald Eagle Foundation here in Haines and Natural History Museum. Okay, we just paid. It was $25 a person, and there's kind of two sides. There's the Raptor Center over there, museum there. I say we start with raptors. Okay, Sherri, big moments. We need to see your wingspan. Here we go. Let's see. Is Sherri gonna have a bald eagle wingspan? Oh, almost. Almost. Wingspan 6 to 7 feet.
Oh, almost.
You know what's
Very
interesting, Sherri?
Yeah.
Our wingspan is not that much different.
I know, but you're over a foot taller than me.
I know, it's pretty amazing. Okay, so I have this little thing here that talks about like the grip of an eagle. And let's see. We're gonna hit start. Let's see what mine is. Alright, so mine 44.7. So kind of right in the middle of the average of humans. But look at this. You guys, a bald eagle, 410 times the grip strength. That's crazy. Now, let's see Sherri's.
I'm a weakling.
Here we go. You got 25.4. Okay, so you're almost a human. You are almost human. So now they have Dylan, who's an Eastern Screech Owl. And I was looking, I was like, I don't think Dylan's in here anywhere. And Sherri's like, he's literally right there. Tiny little Dylan. So just stepped outside. Looks like we have a couple larger eagle enclosures. And we got one right over here. Just got to talk to one of the employees. He said that the reason they have raptors here, kind of two things. Number one, injury, so they couldn't survive in the wild. So they come here. Or what was the second one?
Human imprinting. And he said that means that they were probably found as a baby and raised by humans. And so they don't actually know how to interact with other birds, and they always go to humans for food, and it just causes problems to try to put them back in the wild.
So Vega, this eagle, right over here, they said actually could be 30 to 50 years old. They don't really know, which is very old for an eagle. Look at her. Sherri was funny. Sherri was like, she's aging great. And it's interesting because most of the outside enclosures actually don't have any birds in them right now. There's a hawk here, there's the owl inside, and then there are two eagles. And I think that actually might be it. And that one right in there, kind of back up. Oh, there you go. It's a red-tailed hawk. This is really interesting. Warrior, the red-tailed hawk we just saw, was admitted to the Southeast Raptor Center for rehabilitation as an adult with West Nile virus, which resulted in the loss of sight in his right eye. So that's all of the birds outside. Now we're gonna head back inside, maybe check out the museum. Now we have entered the Natural History Museum. And this was included in admission to the Raptor Center. So it was $25 for both. Whoa. Look at that moose. Nice goatee, buddy. Look at that. Oh, and over here, I want to show you these. These are willow ptarmigan. These are actually the state bird of Alaska. And they are shown here white. But one of the unique things about them is that they actually change feather colors. So spring and summer, they'll turn brown. So they blend into their environment in the summer, white, so they blend into their environment in the winter. Over here we have a wall of different pelts. Let me show you what we have. So here we have a seal pup, pretty soft. Down there we have seal, it's like a full grown, not as soft, kind of coarse. Over here we have a river otter, very soft. Then we've got a gray wolf, a wolverine, black bear, coyote, then we got snowshoe hare, moose right here, and mountain goat. So you can touch all these, get to feel all the pelts, and then of course get some hand sanitizer. You can see lots of things up. They have a beluga whale right there. Look at that. We've got some bears over here. Dang, look at this area. It's kind of cool with the tree in the middle with the eagles. You can see all sorts of animal mounts in here. This here is a stellar sea lion. So that's what we saw a bunch of yesterday. And then over here, You can see we have all sorts of different marine life. We've got a crab, some kind of a scary looking eel that looks like the ones from Little Mermaid. This is actually a cool display because you can see we've got halibut here. We've got, you know, crabs, blue king crab. We've got like skates. Just like that, our time at the American Bald Eagle Foundation and the Natural History Museum has come to an end. So, back to walking. Well, we have found one of our stops, and it will surprise no one. It's a bookstore. Let's go check it out. So we do need a couple of cards. We've got some people on the ship that we want to just write cards to before we leave. So I think we're gonna be able to find them here. It's actually a super cool bookstore. They have a lot of local Alaska stuff, Alaska cookbooks. They also have a whole section of local authors that are from the Haines area, which I think is pretty fun. Sherri has found maybe a book. Oh yeah. They also have a really nice selection of Alaska kids books. So if you're looking for gifts to bring home for kids in your life, grandkids, nieces, nephews, I think the bookstore in Haines is a good stop. Look at the setting of Haines. This town is just so unbelievably beautiful. I mean, you are surrounded by mountains everywhere. We just stopped at a place in town called White and Willow. It's like a home decor store, but they have some really cool local things. You can see they've got ornaments, which you guys know. They've also got some cool like Haines mugs, nice pens. We've also seen these around. We actually have this bowl at home, but they also have like the smaller bowls and the cups. Love those designs. Very cool. Look at that. Next stop, one I'm very excited about, Haines Brewing Company. Get to cross another brewery in Alaska off my list. Got my beer. The setting is pretty amazing as well. So, gonna finish this, then continue our day in Haines. You know you're in a small Alaska town when something is 3 stories tall and it's called Tower. Next stop is a store that our friend Nicole, who owns Klondike Gift Supply in Skagway, told us about. We were like, Nicole, we're going to Haines. Where should we go? She said ampersand. So, we're gonna go check it out. And Sherri found the earrings. These are actually very cool. You can see they're made. Bronze Betty is by Sarah Ritter from Juneau, Alaska. As we're looking at all the cards here, they have some really good ones. Thank you for knowing the best time to call me is text message. Absolutely, absolutely accurate. There's no one else that I'd rather lay in bed and look at my phone with. That's too close to reality. I really like all of these little watercolors. Just like tiny little watercolor frames. You can see they have lots of them and they are only $40 each. I think that's so cool. It is lunchtime here in Haines and we are going to the Bamboo Room because we have heard that they have the best halibut and chips around. Here's their menu. You can see battered deep fried pickles, cheese raviolis, burgers, halibut and chips. $28, a half order, $20. Honestly, that is not bad priced. I feel like that's kind of close to what we pay in Anchorage. So, not too shabby. And take a look at this, this is cool. In the 1890s, this building was once the Hotel de France. And then the 1930s through the 50s, and then 1991 to today. Our lunch is here. We decided to split the large halibut and chips, which you can see is 5 pieces, and fries and some tartar sauce. It looks really good. I will say this though, we are kind of halibut snobs. Because we live here, fried halibut's one of our halibut in general is one of our very favorite Alaskan seafood. So, let's see how it stacks up. Lunch is over, and we are back walking around, and we are at our next stop. This is a unique one, because here in Haines, Alaska, they have a number of museums, and one of them is the Hammer Museum. You can tell you've arrived by the giant hammer outside. And here we go. Well, no surprise. This place is full of hammers. You guys, look at all of them. He said there are how many in here, Sherri?
2,400.
Like, yeah, 2,400, and then the guy has also like 7,500 still in storage. And he started us over here with like, even this. Look, that's a hammer. And then all of these, and I think these are super cool.
And the modern art.
Barrel makers hammers, like PBR, straight whiskeys and gins. Where's the modern art? Oh yeah. It really is one of the most like random and obscure museums. A hammer museum in Haines, Alaska. It's so funny. It was $7, and I want to show this down here because this is both kind of creepy and really ingenious. Look at that. It is basically a prosthetic that would go on and have a hammer at the end. So yeah, a little bit of everything. Got that, and then over here, a 24 plated gold hammer. This is the USS Constitution mallet. Constitution's a wooden-hulled, 3-masted heavy frigate of the U.S. Navy. It was given its name by George Washington. Look at that. That's fun. And what would a hammer museum be without a hammer signed by Tim the Toolman Taylor from Home Improvement, signed by Tim Allen? That's so cool. Here are all of the medical hammers. Look at all of those. And then musical hammers. I'm so glad we stopped here. They've even got a gift shop. Heck yes they do. That's awesome. Oh look, imagine that. More hammers. Well, less MC hammer items than I expected, but still pretty great. In all seriousness though, that was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I would recommend it.
It's the kind of thing, it's like, as far as I know, I've never seen another hammer museum. Nope. And so, when you have a chance to do something that you can't do anywhere else, unique, you do it. And the Hammer Museum in Haines, Alaska, if anything, it is unique. Well, we were gonna go across the street to the Sheldon Museum and Culture Center, which we're still gonna go to, but you guys, 3 Northmen, mead, cider, and hard soda? Absolutely. Oh, heck yes. This is awesome. All right, so here is their menu, mead and cider. You can see they do have flights. Wow. They also have hard soda and non-alcoholic soda. This place has the coolest feel. Oh my gosh, their branding, just like the Vikingness of this place, the music. Even their logo is, I'm such a fan of that. So we just ordered, I love that all the tables come with these giant bowls of peanuts. I went with a mead and cider flight. Sherri got the vanilla cream hard soda. And I'm for sure gonna destroy this whole bowl of peanuts. So the mead is amazing. And I was almost done with my bowl of peanuts and she came around and refilled the bowl. So now I guess we have to stay to keep eating peanuts. People are like, hey, what do you do with your day in Haines? Yeah, oh, we just ate peanuts and drank mead. Honestly, for me, that's like the perfect day. Well, obviously the meads were terrible. But I've got to say, Sherri got the hard, like the vanilla cream soda. If you like cream soda, but you're not a fan of mead or anything like that, get this.
It's so good.
It was amazing. Also, just for a peanut update, still working my way through. I do want to give you a live look at the floor below me. And just, you know, that is the thing, you like throw the peanuts on the floor, but if I just brush them over to Sherri, it looks like she ate them all.
Okay, I had 2.
Sherri, why'd you have so many peanuts? Rude. All right, we just finished at 3 Northmen. That was not on our list in Haines.
Oh, but it's delicious.
That's one of the highlights so far.
So the guy that we talked to right at the port mentioned this place, and he's like, if you like honey, mead, like, do it. And we were like, yes. So we found it. I'm
so glad we did. Now, you're gonna cross the street and go to the Sheldon Museum and Cultural Center. Meadery to Culture Center. What's not to love about Haines? And as we cross the street, we got a great view of the Seabourn Odyssey, our ship, right out there in the middle of the harbor. Here is the Sheldon Museum and gift shop. We are still looking for a Haines ornament.
Yep.
So, fingers crossed we find one in here. You can see here at the Culture Center, they put signs in the window welcoming the ships. Today is the brilliance of the seas, and that's us, the Seabourn Odyssey. Alright, so we have a map here in the museum that kind of shows a pretty good view of where we've been. So, Vancouver would be way down there. We came to Ketchikan, and then we came up here to Sitka, which was right here. And then we came up here into Glacier Bay, and then we were in the Indian Islands, which is right around here. And then we went to Icy Strait Point, Hoona, which is right there. And now we are up here in Haines, going back to Juneau. Admission to the museum is $10, which we just paid. And when you pay admission, you get 10% off anything in the museum. So that's kind of cool. So we're just kind of checking out the museum, or we're checking out the gift shop, and then we will make our way through the museum. Look how beautiful those are. The museum is upstairs, so we're heading there now. And obviously we came up the stairs to get to the museum, but they did point out that there is an accessible ramp on the back side of the building. So if you can't do stairs, you still can make it up to the museum. Here's kind of an overview of the museum as soon as you walk inside. This is a pretty amazing collection here. These are called chill cap blankets. And you can see differing sizes of them there. Gosh, amazing. Then over here we have spruce root baskets. And I'm going to show you, I don't know if you can see that. Look at the tight weaving on that. And over here we have Sherri, just bless you, Sherri, goodness gracious. And then over here we have bentwood boxes, traditional storage container of the Tlingit. And then you can even see, like this one up there is going to have some native art on the outside of it. And you can see there are lots and lots of display cases around here as well. And one thing that's cool is that each of them has different things they can pull out. So there's a wall hanging from 19 to 1925, a wall pocket circa 1900. This is really neat. A little display about Eldred Rock. So we have not seen it on this trip. We actually will, I think, when we leave Haines. We saw it a few years ago when we took the ferry from Juneau to Skagway. You can see it's a lighthouse that's kind of out on the rock. The Eldred Lighthouse is the oldest lighthouse in Alaska. And look at this, they have the lens from the lighthouse, imported from France. Used to create a strong beam of light, stood 91 feet above sea level, had a range of over 15 miles. It first rotated using pulleys. And this is pretty cool. You can see this dog sled made up here. The dog sled was made for the Disney movie White Fang, which was filmed here in Haines in 1989. Okay, I want to show how cool this is. I showed you earlier the chill cap blankets, but you might wonder, how in the world do they make the patterns on those? Look how cool this is. These are pattern boards. So they would basically draw the pattern on the different boards and then make the blanket on top of those pattern boards to ensure that what you ended up with was what you wanted from the pattern that you drew. So you can see we are back at the cruise ship dock area, but we are not getting back on the ship yet because we just took the free shuttle from downtown back here. Shuttles run, he said, every 10 to 15 minutes. They currently have 2 shuttles running today, which is awesome, with multiple stops around town. And we came back here because we're gonna head up this hill because that is where Port Chilkoot Distillery is. Also up this hill is something that we'll kind of see a little bit of, but I wanted to point this out. It's Fort William Seward, is right up the hill. This was the signal office for the U.S. Army, and Fort Seward, they were telling us, basically started because of a boundary dispute between the U.S. and Canada over what was American soil and what was Canadian soil. And so the U.S. basically built this fort here, sort of claiming this area for the United States. And we came upon the Whale Rider Gallery that is open, so we're gonna stop in here. Yeah, gosh, some of these pieces are just beautiful. I love Like all the wood carving. And these totems are amazing. And like these whales and the bear. I love this. It's 360 for that one. And then the whale is 625. That is all painted. That was a great little stop. We ended up buying a couple things. We bought a little humpback whale and a little puffin. Some things to go on our little miniatures shelf at home. So we are going to take a right here to the distillery, but you can see the house up there that are all part of Fort William Seward. So if you are here on a cruise ship and you're at the dock, literally the street right up from the cruise ship, the fort right up there. But tasting room, cocktails, and local spirits, that sounds more like us. We have made it to Port Chilkoot Distillery. This is actually one of the more known distilleries are all around Alaska, not just here in Southeast and Haines. We can actually buy most of their stuff in Anchorage, and we actually have a bunch of it. Yeah, we have a bunch of it at home. So excited to actually be here where it all happens. All right, here's their menu. Sherri thinks she's gonna do the barrel-aged spirits flight, bourbon, rye, and a seaworthy rum. That sounds like Sherri. And then they have a bunch of different drinks as well. Gosh, how do you choose? Also, I think there's a ghost. It happened again. They brought our drinks and they gave me the flight of liquor and Sherri this drink. However, it's the exact opposite. So here's the inside of Port Chilkoot. You order up there at the bar. We are done at Port Chilkoot Distillery. I think that's a must stop in Haines. Their drinks are so good. They have a great menu. Their spirits are just really amazing. The nicest people. So I think that crosses off our list of everything we wanted to do in Haines today. Mostly because of the weather. It was just be outside.
Not everything.
What? Oh, you guys! What did we not find?
A Christmas ornament. We found one that I didn't love, and I was like, we'll find another one.
It was at one of the first shops we went into.
We didn't find any more.
We found no more.
Yeah.
Kind of bummed about that.
Yeah.
So we almost everything in Haines. Check. Sherri, a couple Haines things. We went to 2 museums. We went to the museum at the Raptor Center, and then we went to the Sheldon Jackson one.
Oh, well, and the Hammer one.
And the Hammer. We did 3 museums. Would you suggest all of them, some of them? What were your thoughts?
They were all really cool.
Very
Honestly,
different.
I think the Hammer one was probably my favorite.
So I like the Hammer.
Random.
I like the Hammer one because it was super unique. The one at the Sheldon Museum did a great job telling the indigenous, the native story of this part, which I thought was great. Lots of good examples of native art, native history. The one at the Raptor Center was mostly like animal, wildlife, landscape focused.
Yep.
So depending on what you were interested in, maybe choose that way.
Yeah.
But gosh, what a great day in Haines. And we have made it back to the cruise ship terminal. So now we're gonna walk down to the water and grab our tender and head back to the Seabourn Odyssey. Curveball. We are not going back to the ship because we looked across the street and it says Orca Gifts and Mini Mart. So maybe we will find an ornament yet. Sherri, please be careful in there. There's been a bear here. Well, we found the ornaments. The problem, they're all just like generic Alaska. None of them even say Haines on there. We finally found one on the bottom of this little birch canoe. Haines, Alaska. We found exactly what we were looking for, and who would have thunk it, right across the street. Now, we actually did not get the ornament that we showed you guys, because as we were checking out, Sherri was like, wait a second, what is that? And they have this fancy schmancy thing that has got a cruise ship on it, a whale on it, kind of a Southeast Alaska. So what's your plan?
So I'm just gonna write Haines below it.
Perfect. That was like $22-ish.
$22.95.
$22.95 plus tax, which they do have in Haines, sales tax.
We don't have that at home.
We don't have it in Anchorage. Well, you guys, our time in Haines has come to an end. Our ship is pulling out in a few hours, but we, unfortunately, have to start packing, which is lame.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get on the ship and start packing up. Hey, Sherri, You know what the slogan of the town should be? Wait till we get our Haines on you.
Wow.
No? I think it's a good idea. We were hearing today that the port here in Haines cannot welcome, like, huge ships. So smaller ships like ours, even the Brilliance of the Seas, looks like a smaller royal ship. So I think it's not deep enough. So I think it's one of the reasons that not a ton of cruise ships come to Haines. But I will say, what a beautiful town they're missing, because this place, it is one of the prettiest natural locations that we have seen.
Yep.
Without question. I mean, it is just like everywhere you look.
Completely surrounded, like beautiful mountains.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. So if you're booking a Alaska cruise and you have an opportunity to have Haines on the itinerary, book it. Now down the ramp to our tender boat, right over there. Okay, and this is really cool. There's a boat right behind our tender boat called the Fjordland. This is the boat that we actually took from Juneau to Skagway a few years ago. This stopped here in Haines, but then took us on to Skagway. It was one of the best boat experiences we have ever had. I feel like there's a routine that every time we get back on the ship, we go to Seabourn Square and get a vanilla flat white. So we're going to Seabourn Square to get a vanilla flat white. We got back in our stateroom, and they gave us luggage tags.
It says that they are designed to pair perfectly with the new layout of the print at home luggage tags you receive for your next voyage with us.
Okay, that's so cool. And look at this. They put out the thing that goes on the bed.
Boo.
That is boo. That means we're leaving. Boo. But look at this, you guys. They got out our suitcases from under the bed. And you can see there's my vanilla flat white. And, well, okay. We may have also got a chocolate chip cookie, a piece of banana bread, and a lemon loaf. Because, cruise life. So we want to take a second and show you this, because this is really amazing. This is our first time ever cruising with Seabourn. We've cruised with Disney before, we've cruised with Princess before, but never Seabourn. These are all things that we were given on this cruise.
Included in the cost.
Included in the cost.
Mm-hmm.
Our Seabourn slippers. We did not know we got to keep these. And they're really nice slippers. Like, we've been wearing them around the stadium because they're so nice. Mm-hmm. A Seabourn bag. Very cool. Those 2 luggage tags you just saw. Both of our Seabourn jackets included in the price. Oh yeah, that's what the inside of the luggage tag looks like.
And then the outside, I think this is where the printout would go.
For the new luggage tag system. Mm-hmm. Again, 2 jackets, raincoats. We've been wearing them the last few days. Amazing. There's Sherri slippers. And then these little leather room key holders that we're going to keep. You guys, that is amazing. Mm-hmm. Some cruise lines, you get this kind of stuff because you are like a high level, you've cruised a lot, you've spent a lot of money. This is what we got on our very first Seabourn cruise.
Right.
Crazy. Taking a break from packing to step outside and show you guys that it is still gorgeous out. The ship has turned a little bit. We were facing out there, and now maybe we're turning to leave here eventually. Again, you can see downtown Haines, that main street that we went up, right there. I think we're going to be leaving before too long, and the next stop is Juneau tomorrow morning. We are making a ton of progress though. This bag is mostly packed. That bag is totally packed and done. That bag is totally packed and done. This is actually going to be a carry-on that is packed and done as well. And then this one, we got a few things to put in there. Then, gosh, I think that's going to be it. And for the last time on this cruise, our fit check for the evening. Mm-hmm. You look beautiful.
Thank you. I have a hair on my arm.
Did you get it? I have many hairs on my arm. Oh. This was a dress you wore on Easter.
That's what I wore on Easter, and I have not worn it since. So, I'm glad to get to wear it again.
Look very pretty. And you're wearing your comfy shoes.
Yeah.
I am wearing a jacket. It's like blue and black. Mm-hmm. And then black slacks, black shoes, white undershirt, and I'm wearing this bow tie. Confession. Second time I've worn this bow tie on my trip.
That's embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. We wearing a bow tie on a 7-night trip. I was originally not going to wear a bow tie. I was just going to go with a white shirt, which would look fine.
Yeah, I think that looks good though.
I like the bow tie.
Yeah.
And it's like our last night on our first ultra luxury cruise. How do you not wear a bow tie?
And we're eating at the fancy restaurant.
That's right. So tonight we're eating at Thomas Keller Grill. Thomas Keller, most of you will know. Many of you will know, I should say. Famous chef, French Laundry, restaurant in California. He's super known for. He had restaurants on every Seabourn ship, I believe. On all other Seabourn ships, it has been changed to, I think, Solus is the name of the restaurant. So this is actually the last Thomas Keller grill on the entire Seabourn fleet. Because the Odyssey, hold on, Sherri needs to tell this. Sorry, I think Sherri can tell this better than I can.
So the Odyssey has actually been sold. It will join a fleet in Japan at the end of this summer. So this summer is the last the last season for the Odyssey as part of Seabourn.
It is. And so it's actually been sold already and it's been leased back to Seabourn for the final season.
Yep.
And it's been interesting because a lot of people who are Seabourn cruisers are sailing. What we've learned is that they're coming and sailing Alaska this summer because they want one last cruise on the Odyssey.
Yep.
Because for many people, this was the first ship they were on. This was it's very nostalgic. So we actually are getting to cruise on the Odyssey kind of on its farewell sailings.
Yep.
And we get to eat a Thomas Keller grill before it goes away, which I'm very excited about.
Me too.
So our evening, we have a couple things we actually have to go drop off. We wrote some, they're in my jacket. We wrote some cards for friends. We're going to drop them off, just little notes of thanks and appreciation.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go drop those off. And then we have to go to a captain's farewell gala, I think. And then we have dinner. Dinner's not till 8, so we actually have a while.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. All right, there is a card for our friends. So we have come to the kind of final evening party, and my gosh, they have special drinks. Looks like they have food stations set up around the entire outside. They've got the band out here. We didn't know what to expect, but this looks very nice. So he came around and told us the special drink for this event is, do you remember what it was?
He said something about orange and something about brandy.
Orange and apricot brandy? I think, I don't know.
I don't know.
Cheers. So look at all of the things they have out for the party tonight. My gosh. We've got chicken skewers, shrimp, meatballs. You can see we've got live music playing. There is just so much food, and I could not show it all. I mean, there are probably 4 or 5 food booths that way. 4 or 5 food booths that way. I just grabbed a few things. I grabbed some chicken, a meatball. This is a bell pepper stuffed with cream cheese and then deep fried. They have, somebody handed me a margarita, and I said, no, I already have 1 drink. And they said, well, good, now you have 2 drinks. So there's that. This is the best. Okay, so the event on deck is over. We just had the nicest couple come up to us and they're like, so we heard you make YouTube videos of the cruise.
Somebody told us to do that.
They're like, someone told us you do that and we need to know how to find you. So that was cool. There are a lot of things that we are gonna miss after leaving our Seabourn cruise. But our nightly tradition of sushi and sashimi may be the thing I'm gonna miss the most. And it's so great because we've gotten to know like our sushi chefs, and every night we walk in, they're like, hi, welcome back. And it's just like, aw. We're gonna get home and I'm just gonna eat like a bowl of cereal.
Nobody's here to make me sushi.
Not yet, no one's there to make you sushi. Sorry, Sherri. We have come up to the observation bar for a quick pre-dinner drink. Look how perfect this space is. One of my very favorite places on the entire Seabourn Odyssey. And in the evening, they actually have food up here. You can see they've got cheese, peppers, meats, and olives. The observation bar is up here on deck 10. And just the views from up here are amazing. Some of you may remember earlier when we were at the museum, we were talking about a lighthouse. Well, out there right on the horizon is the island where the lighthouse is. We're probably going to be at dinner when we pass it, but it's cool to get a view of it from here. We are walking over to Thomas Keller's The Grill, and I just never get tired of this. I feel like every time we walk by a window and I look out, it is just the most beautiful scenery. We have made it to The Grill by Thomas Keller. You can see inside, very classic steakhouse kind of feel. For the starters, classic Caesar prepared tableside, Gulf prawn cocktail, jumbo lump crab cake. Just, you know, this is, even though it is kind of a separate restaurant, included in the price. This is not a specialty dining upcharge kind of place. It is included. Oh my goodness. The Nova Scotia lobster thermidor, ribeye, they have service for 2. Oh gosh, there's just a 7-layer coconut cake for desserts. I'm overwhelmed by all of it, and I kind of love that. They just brought us a vegetable crudité, and look at that. They brought us champagne. Gosh, what a start. And the more we have looked at the menu, like, the harder it is to decide. There's just so much that looks good. They just brought us the house bread, butter, and sea salt. Oh my gosh. I'm almost full already. And there's still so much food.
At first we have the garlic clove with some rock salt. So we're going to just extract the oil from the garlic, unless if you love to enjoy the garlic with the salad. You can see that we have the oil. Would you like to enjoy the garlic, or should I have it for more?
Oh, we like garlic.
Yes, thank you.
And then I have your egg, pasteurized egg yolk. This is the tapenade of anchovies and roasted garlic. And last, some lemon juice. We're going to mix it up here. We have some extra virgin olive oil with some red wine vinegar, and we go very slow and we keep stirring so that we have a nice fluffy dressing gravy. And time to add in our Roman lettuce. I have some cheese strips and some croutons. With some fresh pepper.
So is this well done, a medium, or is that medium?
And this is our favorite part, loads of cheese.
Wow. And even more cheese. Caesar salad's one of our very, very favorite things. Prepared tableside in just the most perfect way. Dinner has been served. I got the ribeye with a jus, a red wine jus. We got cognac mushrooms, creamed spinach, mac and cheese as our sides, and look at Sherri's. She got the lobster thermidor. My goodness. We are so full, and I don't know how we're going to eat this, but they had a 7-layer chocolate cake for dessert. I had to have it.
Coconut.
I meant coconuts. I was getting ahead of myself and thinking about the chocolate chip cookies they brought us.
That we did not order.
That we did not order. And Sherri got lemon sorbet.
And I was honestly expecting 1 scoop.
You did not get 1 scoop.
That 2.
Well, we did pretty good. We only made 1 stain on our table. And we could not even touch, okay, maybe me. We could not even touch our cookies, and they could tell. And so they brought us a bag to take our cookies with us. Amazing. We just got here into the Grand Salon for our evening show tonight, a Rat Pack themed show. And it continues. We just met another viewer. What?
Thank us for our service.
He thanked us for our service. I've got to say, when we came on this cruise, I thought nobody on Seabourn would watch our stuff.
Correct.
I've been shocked.
Right. Guests and staff alike.
Which makes me actually really excited because I know not a lot of people have cruised Seabourn. And so I'm excited for you guys to watch these videos to just get a bit of a peek into a different cruise experience.
Yeah.
How many of you are leaving us tomorrow? Oh, lots of you. So, better yet, how many of you are not leaving us tomorrow? All right, well, now, we won't lord it over you who are leaving us.
Welcome to the Coconut Club. Tonight we'll be singing some big band classics and having a swinging time. 1, 2, 3. As long as you're singing, there's a bell up in my brain that's ringing, making a crazy ding dong. And if this band don't desert us, then there's nothing in the world can hurt us, long as we're singing our song. Hey, Mambo, Mambo is how we gonna go, go, go. You mixed up some Siciliano on palate, they say do the mambo like a crazy with that. Hey, Mambo, no one is there, hey, Mambo.
The show's over. It was so good. Oh my gosh, entertainment on the ship has been just really great. It's exceeded all of my expectations. Whoa, Sherri just fell into the wall. Holy cow. But as you can see, bags are out, so that's what we're going to do. Put our suitcases in the hall. So sad. And our last night, coming back to our stateroom, we got a couple more chocolates. You can see we got our customs and immigration information. We've got, I don't know what this is. Hold on, let me look. Oh, more breakfast stuff. It is 10:30 p.m. Just got back to our stateroom after the show. You can see still light in the sky. But look at how cool this is. We've got another cruise ship out here. Not sure if it's heading to Juneau with us or what. That was fun to walk out and see that. Well, there we go. We did it. 4 suitcases packed. We have, that's going to be carry-on. Sherri has her backpack. I have my backpack. These are going to get put outside our door right now. We're going to set these 4 outside. Well, we did it. Our bags are outside our stateroom, which is very sad. But our cruise is not over yet. We get to have breakfast on board tomorrow morning. We basically have to be out of our stateroom by 8 a.m. and then off the ship by like 9:30. It said our time to disembark is between 9 and 9:15. So that's actually not that bad.
Not bad.
We have a rental car tomorrow in Juneau. We're going to do some exploring. So this cruise series is not yet over, friends.
Right.
Today was wonderful, though.
It was a good day.
I just had to kiss her. Haines was beautiful. The sun was amazing.
Yes.
Just super fun. We have wanted to go to Haines since we first stopped there on our way to Skagway one year.
It did not disappoint.
And it didn't disappoint. I'm glad we got to do it.
Yeah.
Dinner tonight, Thomas Keller.
Oh my goodness.
It was really good.
It was really good.
I do want to say though, it speaks to the quality of the rest of the food on the ship because it was really good. Was it significantly better than just like the normal food? No.
No.
Like
it was really good, but I would put it pretty much on par with the rest of the food.
Yeah, it was a great experience. It felt like a very like classic steakhouse experience, which I loved, with the tableside Caesar salad, and it was just all so wonderful. But again, it was as good as the rest of the food on the ship.
Yeah.
Which just says so much.
It does, yeah.
The show tonight was amazing. It was just such a good last full day on board. We started saying our goodbyes to a lot of the crew, started saying goodbyes to a lot of other travelers, which is always sad. More so sad this cruise than others, because I think that we have had a closer bond to them just because of the size of the ship and the experience.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like we got closer to strangers that were, well, they were strangers at the beginning of the cruise and are friends now, and I think it does speak to the size of the ship and the amount of guests that are here. It's just not overrun, so you were able to kind of meet a lot of people and talk to a lot of people.
I agree. So friends, we are very tired. We're gonna go to sleep. We love you so much. Thanks for being a part of our community. Click that subscribe button down below if you have not, because if you've enjoyed this series, we have other cruises we'll be doing in the future. We don't have anything booked, but we're going to book more for sure.
Oh, for sure.
We have a trip to the Princess Lodge in Denali National Park later this month.
Yes, we do.
We're going to take you guys on just lots of travel, lots of adventure stuff. So if you're new to our channel, first of all, hi. Thanks for being here.
Welcome.
It means the world to us that you would watch our life. And we hope that you do join the LeggLife community and follow along along with all of the things that we do.
Yeah.
But we're tired.
Yeah.
We're going to go one last night of sleep in this amazing Seabourn bed.
Yeah.
Friends, we love you. We'll see you on the next LeggLife video.